What's up, folks? It's Mickle here, and you've clicked on a video, let me guess, not because of my boyish or manliest good looks, but you saw that multi-million-dollar LaFerrari, and you saw a guy who looks like he was living a good life, and you wanted some of that. And so thank you for clicking on that, and that's exactly what I'm going to tell you how to do it. Now, I went from the mobile home to where moguls roam. That picture that you saw that made you click on this link, that was actually in a billionaire's backyard recently. So why was I in a billionaire's backyard? I was there for a fundraiser to raise money, and they were letting the money flow. In fact, one particular incident, a guy stepped on stage and says, "Hey, listen, I want to raise $1 million, and I want 10 people to give me $100,000 each." He said, "But in fact, I have the first 200,000. Now let me get 7 other people to have $100,000. And it took about 30 seconds to get $1.1 million raised. That's just the crowd that it was, folks. Those are the kind of people you have to be around if you want that kind of stuff. If you think you're going to hang out with your buddies at, let's say, a more pedestrian restaurant where they serve chicken wings on a Friday night, have some brews, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I can still do those things. But if you really want to learn the tips and tricks to elevate your game, you got to go around the big boys. So, a couple of things, couple of pointers, and then I'm going to let you out of here. I grew up in the mobile home. As it says in this book, I went from the mobile home to where moguls roam. That's actually a very true statement. Maybe you're not in a mobile home. Maybe you're in the projects. Maybe you're just somewhere in lower economic status. You're not where you want to be. So you want to raise the bar. You want to, what can I do to do that? So a couple of things you have to do is, where do you see yourself? So let me give you a quick test. Let's just say you get a chance to go to any concert you want to go to. Say, okay, look, where are you? Forget the money. Money aside, someone comes to you and says, who's your favorite artist? What is it? Taylor Swift, Lil Wayne, Beyonce, whoever it is. And they're having a concert at some big venue. Where do you see yourself sitting enjoying that concert? If you're thinking somewhere the 300 section, the 400 section, you already seeing yourself too small. I just gave you a blank slate and said, where do you want to be? By default, I can almost bet you most of you have said somewhere way, way back. Not on the front row, not in some VIP behind the scenes, before the concert, backstage, sitting on the side of the stage. You've already parked yourself behind literally hundreds and maybe thousands of people when you had all the opportunity to be up front. So you got to see yourself in a much better place. Forget where your finances are right now. You got to see yourself in a better place, and you got to believe and accept it. So that's the first thing. Other things, the discussion of money and happiness. People love to say, people who probably don't have it, oh, money isn't everything. It's just about our family and, our kids and our grandkids. That's a crock. That's probably for the people who never made it where they want to be. And then at some point, they just gave up and accepted life where they were. Don't accept life where you were. If that's not where you want to be, don't sit there and accept that crap. Keep juggling, keep grinding, keep doing what you can to elevate your life. The money and happiness standpoint, so many studies have been done, says, once you can meet the basic needs, so in today's dollars, it's probably about $90,000 as a household income, then that's about as happy as you're going to be. That's bull. Don't believe that lie. I've made $90,000. I've made $190,000. I've made $290,000, and on and on. Let me tell you, I didn't get sadder as the income went up. I was able to expose my family to much more things, much better life experiences. Now, I will say this. Don't go out and buy a bunch of crap, because your happiness will go down. Like, you go out, but let's just say you want the new iPhone and it's $2,000 or whatever it costs. I don't know. You buy that iPhone, you're really excited. Whether it's the next day or whether it's 90 days from now, your happiness is not going to rise. At some point, something's going to break. You're going to have to replace it. So you're never happy with stuff. life experiences and who you become, that's where your happiness lies, where you keep making progress. That's happiness. So keep that in mind. Last thing, and I'll get you out of here. Don't forget where you came from. I came from the trailer park. I don't mind going back to the trailer park to visit, but I don't linger there. I don't stay around that stuff because one, mentally, I can't do it. I'm just in a different place. But I do go back. I don't forget where I came from. One day I drove the Lamborghini back, Lamborghini Aventador. I've also driven back the Urus. I'm a Lamborghini guy if you haven't figured it out. And one day I go to Walmart. There's this young kid, I don't know, he's 20, 21. He's about to start a shift at Walmart. It's midday, and he's really sort of like, ho-hum. And then I pull up in the Lamborghini. The doors go in the air. He turns, he looks at me, and it's just like, oh my God, that's my dream car. And he's about to go inside. And so we're sort of walking and talking. He said, listen, sir, could I please take a picture next to your cars? Next to? Are you kidding me? Why don't you open the doors, get inside, start the engine, and rev it to 8,000 RPM? He did that. How do you think the rest of his day went? The rest of his week went? The rest of his month went? Do you know how high that guy was feeling after I did that? I didn't forget where I came from. I don't linger there, but I don't forget. And those people will appreciate you looking out, not forgetting, because otherwise, who's going to give that guy a shot? You think he's going to that billionaire's backyard to hop in and out of LaFerraris and Bugattis and Maseratis and Rolls Royces and all that stuff? He's not going to get that chance unless somebody brings it to him. And sometimes I do those things. Now, some people are probably thinking, well, I don't need all the flashiness, you have mansions and yachts and island dining. I do all those things. But I don't do them all the time. I don't charter yachts all the time. I don't have a yacht personally, but I do have access to that stuff, and it's great. It's just great for lifestyle. That's my thing. If you want to travel the world, do it. If you just want to sit on a pile of cash, which I'll never understand, fine, do it. But the rich people don't mind talking about money. They don't mind discussing it. They want to know what's the next thing to invest in. They're not going to pile money in an account and let it sit there and let inflation eat at it. They're going to invest it. So that, and then read a lot. I'm sorry, I said three things. This is the fourth. Read a lot. And to put my money where my mouth is, I'm going to show you my office so you can see exactly if I'm about what I'm talking here. So let's just take a look in my office. So here you go. This is a partial look at my bookshelf. Let's see, what do we got here? Money Master the Game, blah, 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 blah. That's some Trump things from Trump University. He got in some trouble behind that. I got a lot of motivation, but I didn't take the actual cues from what they're saying. That's a Presidential Achievement Award from some things I've done. This is Wealth. There's another Trump real estate book, Good Debt, Bad Debt. By the way, I'm not a Republican. I didn't vote for Trump, but I read what I can read. Understanding Wall Street, retail investing. This is a business partner of mine before I got into commercial real estate, and now I'm in a big commercial real estate deal. This guy really breaks it down. Let's see, Stephen A. Smith, you probably like sports. I like sports sometimes. Let's see, Money Machine, Obama, Elon Musk, really like that book. Sheila Johnson, First Black Billionaire, Walk Through Fire. Arnold Schwarzenegger, love that book. Let's see what else I got here. Rig, that was cool. Chris Gardner, Pursuit of Happiness, really love that book. There's some more from Will Smith. I met Will Smith, by the way. Let's see what else we got. Wealth Hoarders. I got to have some comedy. Me, myself, and Irene. I love comedy. I love to laugh. No One Succeeds Alone. Holy Grail of Investing. Moving up to 2024, we got Rich AF, that new chick, Vivian, she's hot. Artificial Intelligence. Then, of course, I got my book. Let's see here, some other things. There's my drone, right? My drone flies drones every now and then. This is what I mean about not forgetting where you came from. This, me and my brother's coats, right? When I was a kid, coats probably cost $10 from some Dollar General type store or something like that. We just didn't have much money. But what I did was I put them in these shadow boxing frames. Cost me about, I don't know, $1,000 or something like that. Probably could have bought a gazillion coats for what these shadow boxing cost me. Let's see. What I watch CNBC. I keep it on in the backdrop. I normally keep the volume down. Let's see. Fed talking about raising rates. I don't know what they're going to do. Some credentials from M.I.T, artificial intelligence, and then my degrees from my academic institutions. And so there you have it, folks. My money where my mouth is. Hope this helps you out. Don't forget, my friends, don't forget to get from the mobile home to where moguls roam. Now take a quick look at this. If you don't read a lot, it's not that long. Look at that. 49 pages. You can do this. You can read this. This thing is simple. It's a guide. It will help you. And so with that, I'm going to log off. I may do another video at some point as I continue to add to my credentials, master's degrees, and other things. And we're going to wrap it up. So hope you have enjoyed that video. Again, I'm Von Mickle. From the mobile home to where moguls roam, I am Anthony Von Mickle. Activate Gorilla Grind mode. Let's work.